Hi, my name is Darian and I have multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed in March of 2016, which at the moment was only about 4 months ago. And I kind of wanted to tell my story. So I've been having symptoms since about 2013, and the first symptoms I had were my left arm and left leg were having they were seizing up, and it basically made my arm and leg unusable whenever I was having my little spasms. So I was having that issue, and I convinced myself it was a vitamin deficiency, like the smart one, like the smart person I am, and it wasn't. But I continued to tell myself that for about a year, or a little over a year. I had my second flare-up in 2015, and it was a lot worse. There was actually pain this time, and I thought I had pulled something in my arm, and that's what the doctor thought too, but she couldn't see anything. It didn't feel inflamed, but it hurt. And so I talked to her, and she told me that I needed an MRI. Well, the MRI took about 3 months to schedule because it wasn't an emergency, and so I just decided that I didn't want to do it, and I didn't. And so about 7 months goes by, and I think 2015 I didn't have any issues, but in 2016 I had the worst one, obviously, because it made me actually need to go to the doctor. And so I was having massive pain in my left leg and my right arm, and I went to the ER, and they told me that, oh, I'm not sure what else to say, it kind of sounds like you have multiple sclerosis, you need to see a neurologist. And that was kind of disheartening, to be honest, because I hadn't ever thought of it, and I barely knew what it was, and he didn't have any valid proof. He just kind of said my symptoms sounded like multiple sclerosis and to see a neurologist. And so I went to my primary care, who got me an emergency visit with a neurologist. And I went in to see the neurologist. It took a week to get an MRI, and it took it took a week to get the MRI after the appointment. I got the MRI, and the next day I actually got, well, the day that I got my MRI, I got a call from my doctor telling me that she had an opening for the next day, and I was like, okay, that sounds good. She's like, okay, well, we can get you in and we'll tell you your results from the MRI. And I was like, okay, awesome. When you don't know what's wrong, it's this weird purgatory of am I okay? Do I have multiple sclerosis? And I just wanted to know so I could get better. And so I went in the next day, and rather than bring anybody with me, rather than ask my mom to come with me or my husband, I just kind of let everybody do their own thing, and I went into the appointment alone. And she informed me that yes, it was multiple sclerosis, and we were gonna continue ahead. She told me that I could decide what kind of medicine that I wanted to take, and kind of gave me the whole spiel about it. But at that moment I can't tell you exactly what she said because it just hit. It was scary. Part of me was just terrified, and it's only been 4 months. So I'm still processing, I'm still dealing with it, and it's been hard. And it's also been hard finding people, because I've met many people that are in their 50s or older than me, and yes, they're having the same experience, but for me, I'm 22 years old with a chronic illness that's never going to go away. I don't have kids. Unfortunately, I've kind of just been doing as little as possible. And so everything kind of just hit that I can't live the life of a normal 22-year-old. I take 3 times a week shots. I take 5 pills a day to keep the pain away. And normal 22-year-olds don't deal with that. So I just wanted to say to everybody else that's my age, or even just in general, you can find people that you relate to. You're not alone. So many people have multiple sclerosis or other illnesses that even if you can find just one person to talk to, don't do it alone. And find someone who you can relate to, because it makes everything so much easier to just be able to explain something to someone and not feel crazy. So if you're going through this, you can contact me, or if anybody in the comments wants to say something, just know you're not alone, and you'll get through it. It's hard to say you'll be okay because it sucks, but you'll get through it, and life isn't over once you get diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So please remember that, and please just still do what you want to do. Don't let it stop you from continuing. So, but that is my story and my spiel about being okay. So if you want to contact me or anything, my Instagram will be below, and unfortunately I don't really use Twitter or even really Facebook, but if you comment, I will try my best to reply. If you contact me on Instagram, I will get back to you as soon as possible. But just remember, life's not over for you, for me, for anybody else that has something like this. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you hopefully next week.